Alright, so today's another day. It's not too bad in the market, but I decided to go ahead and make another video or two here real quick. I'm going to be kind of trading while I do this, so we'll see how this goes. What we're going to talk about today is tracking wallets on BNB. I'm going to go ahead and go over why you want to track them, how to use it, use wallet tracking, etc. How to find the wallets. So the main reason why you're going to want to track wallets on pretty much any platform is not really to go ahead and copy trade them, but to kind of like make you aware of tokens that are out there that people are getting into, as well as like what I mainly use them for is confirmation that I'm in a good trade. Alright, so since BNB isn't quite to the point where like Solana is, where you're using Axiom and kind of, you know, getting all your stuff super fast pace, it still works a lot the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at GMGN here. And this is what I do. So there's actually a couple different ways you can go about this, first off. So let's go over how to find wallets to track. One thing you can do is look at big tokens, and I'm going to go ahead and bring up Captain BNB here because that ran really good. And what you can do is bring up tokens, go to holders, and then go to my bad, maybe traders. Here we go, traders, and go to basically who's got the best profit and loss, who made the most money on this. So you can see like this wallet here went and bought 14K and sold 774K. So they're obviously a big whale. They kind of know what they're doing. You'll see a lot of these different ones I actually have hearted. So these are ones that I am following already. But what you do is you come up, you bring them open, you see this guy's profit and loss is huge. He bought in, you know, way down here a few times and sold a lot. If you go and look at his portfolio, we will see that he his 7-day profit and loss is 104%. That's pretty good. A 50% win rate. That's actually really good. And you can kind of go and look at some of the tokens you got in. So like, of course, we're not going to look at Bitcoin, BNB, WBNB, UST, but you can say like broccoli. He brought into, you know, this broccoli here for 68K, sold out for 57, bought him for 67, sold for 14, bought him for a couple hundred. And you can kind of like see, you know, where he's made money and, you know, what he's done. You want to look for a high win ratio. Okay, you want a high win rate. A lot of people get really lucky, get one off and everything, and don't really have a really good high win rate. And you don't want to follow them because, you know, for someone to get lucky and get into one token and do really good, that happens. We want the people that consistently do that stuff. Even if it is a little bit later than, you know, like when it first launches, we want those kind of movers. Alright, so we can go look at this. Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go and follow him. You can rename him. We'll name him Captain BNB Whale. Alright, so we got that guy. But you can go through various tokens that have been super successful, find the top traders, and go ahead and add them. The second way to do it is actually through this Discover button here. There's a little Discover tab at the top. And you'll see that this is basically there's all smart money, fresh wallets, calls and VC, which I never get anything in there, and then of course snipers. So snipers aren't the greatest to follow because, well, they're not people. They're buying a lot of everything mostly, unless you do get into like, you know, maybe a sniper that is actually physically, you know, manually controlled. You can always look like, you know, 1-day profit and loss. Like, all right, this guy did good. You know, same kind of thing. You can actually see what days he did good, what days he did bad. 66.67% win rate, pretty good, you know. I'm not going to bother looking through all this stuff and whatnot, but I'm not sure what this phishing check is actually. Blacklist 2, so he blacklisted, I'm assuming, on 2 tokens, and sold and bought 2. Didn't buy sell within 10 seconds. So I mean, he snipes sometimes, and he scalps sometimes, I should say. But anyway, so that's basically looking at those people. What I'm going to recommend is most likely not fresh wallets. A lot of times those can be insider type stuff, but we're going to look a lot on smart money and all. A lot of times you're going to find a lot of the same things. I got a lot of my people, I want to say, off of all that I'm following. You just want to do the same thing. You know what I mean? You're going to see overlap too, of course. Like you see the number 1 on both of those. But look at this guy, 51% win rate, 43%. Looks like he gets into quite a few, decent trades. Bought, sold, broke even on that, but made a tiny bit of profit, So he's an all right trader. So like, say if we want to follow him, we'll add him too, just because why not? We'll go ahead and call him Top Smart Money. Okay, so those are the 2 main ways to go ahead and do this. You can't go ahead and do the OG Bullx doesn't do wallet tracking. So GMGN, I always say that so bad, is by far probably one of the better ones to go ahead and use for this. Let's go ahead and see about going back. I'll show you how to actually tell. You'll get a little notification sound, like if you do alerts and follows and whatnot. You'll get a little notification sound. Some people I want to have alerts because I want to know if they're buying in. Sometimes I could just really care less. Let's peek at this really quick. Down to 8K. That's a horrible wick. 4%. I don't know why I can order this side. Try to do these small little buttons all the time. Alright, she's only at 0.7. We're going to throw a little tiny buy in. You can see that the wallets, 4.2, 3.8, they're not horribly bad. They all have buys. You want to look in for ones that don't have buys. This is other stuff I should go over in a different video. But anyways, and stuff like a lot of these, I'm just going to do like little scalps. Nothing going on their Twitter, or on Twitter, nothing talking about them. Followers, 38A, 38A, or you can look like down here for that matter, 38A, just to verify that it is the correct one. So this is theirs, 250 followers. AI co-editor cursor, this is not them though. So this is definitely like, some kind of junk type coin. We're just going to scalp a couple bucks out of this really quick. Yeah, with these, you don't really want to play around too much. A lot of times they will get up to 20K. That's kind of a good point for the devs to be greedy and get some money. If you see in this one, they're only sitting on this. They got 90 bucks right now. They took $90 profit and loss. They got $200 sitting there. They are not making much from this. So there's some people jumping out. We're going to follow suit just because these devs will probably rug sometime sooner than later, and we just here for a quick buck. Or a quick 50 cents probably in this case. Yep, okay, either way. So, this is a token I messed up on a little bit earlier. bought, sold, and it took off. If I would have just held, this is where my conviction's a big thing. If I would have just held, that's a 6.5x. This one I played around with earlier, and this is like kind of what I was showing you with that other one here that we got in. 20K. 20K is where a lot of them dipped out. I ended up buying in, dumped out. I got like a buck or two. But yeah. Oh shit, and this one rug, which is horrible. So this one here I actually called, got in at 20K, wrote it up, took my initials at 40. So I mean, this is just, I made money on this still, but could have been better. Alright, need to learn to get greedy, but not too greedy. So what we're going to go back to here, since I kind of got distracted, let's go back to Captain BNB. So the main way that you're going to go ahead and use these, like when you get into a chart, especially if it's not a new chart, because a lot of whales aren't going to be buying this degen stuff like like most of us do. But if you go down and you go to following, and then you go to activity. So this is 2 people that I'm following, wallets are following, that I'm following are actually in this. And if you hit activity, it's going to show you, let's go ahead and go to an hour chart. It's going to show you everywhere that they bought and sold. Okay? So a lot of times I'm going to go ahead and use this for just confirmation. You know what I mean? If I got in here and I start seeing all these buys and stuff happening from wallets, and this is really a lot more prevalent in Solana than it is in BNB, but if you go ahead and you start seeing buys coming in from whales and stuff, then you kind of know that you're in the right place. The main thing that I actually use wallet tracking for on BNB is on the left hand side here. You can actually do this 2 ways. You can be in here, and I want to say there's following down here you can open up, so you can kind of keep an eye on your following there. what I personally do is I keep this left-hand side over here on my window. I will go ahead and have, you know, my holding. There's your watch list, and then your following. I'll keep my following up, and this is where I'm seeing people buy in. So like Handy Bottom Broccoli, he got out of face. You know, I mean, he's trading right now, so you're gonna see him a lot. But yeah, so I mean, over here I'll be looking at this for tokens. So if I'm like, you know, trenching and trying to find something to buy, I will go ahead and always go ahead and keep looking at this and see what whales are buying to. Because these good traders that are making good money, we want to know about these tokens when, you know, they know about these tokens. So that's pretty much the main purposes for doing wallet tracking on BNB. I'm going to go ahead and do a video on wallet tracking on Solana here next. So look out for that as well. If you have any questions, make sure to ask them in the comments below. Make sure I got lots more videos to make. Like, keep on asking questions, and I will keep on making videos, especially during these down times when it's just not too busy. Yeah, that's it, I guess. Safe trading. Take care. Don't be spending money you can't afford to lose, and none of this shit's financial advice. Deuces.